but she got it. Hey, this is Lee Crab. This is my podcast. Whatever. We gotta get rid of her. Hey, they gonna be a good day today, y'all. I can guarantee you that. I got my niece here, Stacy. Stacy, I want to talk to you about your daughter, Taylor. Tomorrow's a graduation day tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about that?
But
before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all the beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man, the white beard, smiling, profiling, and finally realize y'all trying to size me up. Now go ahead, Stacy. Payback as a mother, ain't it?
Ain't it?
So how do you feel about having your child get ready to go to high school? Are you scared? Are you nervous? What kind of feelings are you having?
Well, at this current time, there's no nervousness, no anxieties, or so forth. I'm just elated to see my daughter graduate, and not only that, put her on the path to greatness.
So what if she says you want her to do higher learning after high school, go on to college?
Yes.
So what if she decides she don't want to go to college?
Well, I don't believe Taylor's going to decide not to go to college because of the people that she's pretty much around, as far as her family and so forth. So she's seen her grandfather go to school, grandmother, mother, cousins, and so forth. So she knows that education in the family is a big thing.
But what if she decide not to go? Would you put pressure on her to go?
I would put pressure on her to go, but school is not for everyone. So I would give her probably that year off so that she could find herself, because a lot of children or young adults are trying to find themselves. So I would give her that year off to somewhat find herself, to see in what avenue or what road she would like to take.
So what if she says she don't want to go to college, right? What would you say to her to try to change her thought process to get her to go to college?
Well, to be honest with you, and I'm going to take this economically, sometimes going to school does not serve a purpose for each individual. Sometimes being an entrepreneur, seeing what others are doing, pretty much can drive that person. So if she's looking into opening up a business beside of going to school, then she can take that avenue. So I wouldn't be too upset with her if she does not go to college because of that. But again, like you said, I might pressure my child to go because I know the outcome. But really, all in all, I wouldn't put too much pressure on my child because I don't want her to feel anxiety or nervousness, and this is where mental health come in. And I believe we are still in the month of mental health, so we're pretty much touching bases on that too. Yeah. So I just want to bring that out just as well, and I don't want to do that to my child.
You know, mental health is real. I did a show with Amber one day, and I said, I'm going to ask you this question that I asked Amber. Say, for instance, I go to your house, right? And say you come on my house, right? And you come through the door, and I go, Coco. And you ask me a question, I said, Coco, you think I'm having a mental breakdown? What would you do, Stacey? Amber, she'll call me, give me taking the lakeside.
Well, I wouldn't exactly take you straight to lakeside. I would want to know what's going on.
Coco.
I want to kind of reach you on your level so that I can understand what's going on. And once I reach you on your level and see, hey, it is something mentally going on, let's take this avenue or this road to get you some help, which will be therapy starting off.
Okay. You know what? Coco. That's how we go talk back and forth like
that?
But Stacey, Taylor, I know Taylor got a lot of interest. What did Taylor want to be?
Taylor has her eyes set on being a lawyer, and that's between the entertainment and or sports. That's what she's looking at.
You know, being a lawyer, to me, that's a tough job. I think it's a lot of I don't know how the sports work, but I know the legal side of force and try to represent a criminal or
absolutely
all those different things.
Yeah, defense or prosecution.
Yeah, those things. I've been doing that process myself, learning a little bit about that, and it's they do some things that they're not right. And do you think she might sell her soul if she become a lawyer?
No, because of the avenue that she's taking. She doesn't want to be a defense lawyer nor a prosecution lawyer. She want to be able to help people along the way. So she said either a civil rights lawyer or either entertainment, because she knows that that's where the money pull in it. And not only that, if an individual, far as a black person ethnicity, she want to make sure that when that person is going into sports or into entertainment, that they're not being fooled or bamboozled by the price that is being put or set in front of them. So she want to make sure that her client is getting the best out of what is being presented to them.
Yeah, getting the best representation. I remember LeBron James did the same thing when he first did it with his high school classmates, sent them to school to become agents and everything. He took a lot of backlash before because of that, because they said, why is he doing that? He said, well, y'all doing the same thing, so how come I can't help my boys become, professional doing agents and all that kind of. Yeah, so Stacey, what would you tell parents that are struggling with their kids going to college or trying to find a career job, or going to try trade school, something like that?
What would I tell parents?
Yeah, to get their kids to go to do a trade school, do something besides sit around the house and just become like that Indian smoking marijuana all day.
Well, first of all, you got to be that parent to encourage, enlighten, and motivate. Those are the three things, and even more. Love, and let me go even deeper with this. God being in the front of it all. If you don't have that person in front, and I shouldn't say person, but that spirit man in front, in order to help you to lead your child or children, then hey, it is what it is. But anyway, you got to have that person in front that will help you along the way, to encourage, to enlighten your child to go forward, so that they can become enlightened, and not only enlightened, to know that, hey, my past, as far as my ancestors or my grandmama, great-grandmama, granddaddy, daddy, or whatever, I want to break the chain. I want to break the curse, the generational curse. I want to be able to be the one to do something different than what the past have done. So you want to constantly encourage and motivate your children, even though you may not see it, but you know the outcome. And even though if that child want to get off that path, you still want to continue to push them and show them all the way until, I don't care if you got to drag that child by their hand or push them, you want to see that, because you want to break that generational curse.
Now, you said Taylor want to become a lawyer, right?
Yes.
Now, what if a lawyer is not she don't become a lawyer? She go to school, like Madison, she go to school, she said, you know what? I thought about that. I don't want to become a lawyer. I want to do something totally different. Would you be okay with that?
Yes, I would. I would.
Well, a lot of parents sometimes why you want to change your career? Why, go where the money's at. Do you want to tell her go where the money's at, or go what you feel happy doing?
Where she feels happy doing. Money, yeah, is good, cool, fine, and dandy, but at the end of the day, you want to feel like you've done something. You want to feel like you have given to the world or to someone. You want to leave a mark behind. So money ain't everything. And I'll say that to some, yes, it might mean a lot because you never had, and I get it. But to some, if you've had and you understand and you know how to move along, encourage.
That's why I tell the girls, I want to be missed when I'm gone, not while I'm here. Like you just said, you want to make sure that somebody says Taylor or all the other kids leave their mark. You know what I'm saying? A positive mark. You always leave a negative mark too. So I want to remember, like, hey man, that Lee Craft, he was one of a kind. What do you mean one of a kind? He was a good dude, man. He was a good dude, man. All the people passed away. But on the other hand, that Lee Craft, man, I'm glad he gone, man. I wish he would have left a little sooner. But I don't know how soon. So when he was born, take him out of the mom and put him in the grave. That's how bad he was. You know what I'm saying? But Stacey, give the listeners something that helped them with the kids that about to graduate from middle school going to high school. What kind of advice can you give that parents?
Well, I want to give the parents continue to motivate. Not only that, there is a shift in the atmosphere. I don't want to shift from the subject of today, but I got to say this, there is a shift in the atmosphere. There's things that is going on over in Africa right now dealing with Abraham Torre. And as this is going on, you want to teach your children about freedom, about independence, about moving forward, about what took place, having them to feel empowered And that's what we're looking for. We want our children to be empowered, knowing where they came from so that they can push forward, because once that energy comes across the Atlantic and once things begin to shift over here in America, these children are waiting on a great leader. They're waiting for somebody to say something so that they can move, so that they'll know that they were not here just to be slaves or just to be somebody's footstool or whatever the case might be. They will no longer be last, they will be first. So it's time to start teaching our children how to think, not as an enslaved mentally, but more. So with me saying that, continue to empower your children, continue to teach them from the past, because the past is coming to the present. We know who we have in office. We got to continue to teach our children Black history to know. It's a lot to this, but again, continue to encourage, continue to motivate, and move forward.
The best don't sell it, right?
Absolutely.
You got anything else you want to add?
No, that is it.
You wrote a book then, didn't you?
I sure did.
Well, with that being said, this is Lee Craft. This is my podcast, What If. If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band,
one sound.
Together we got an opportunity to turn the whole world around.
Yes.
But in order to have a real conversation, what you got to have? You got to have real people. In order to have a real conversation. Stacey, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully you come on again and talk about that person you just mentioned earlier about in Africa. I want to know more about that. So y'all have a blessed day, and please don't forget to tell God thank you. Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you.